But is divorce the only answer? You know, I mentioned that they say that, you know, when you first get married, there's a 50% chance that it will end with a divorce. They say that the second marriage, it actually goes up higher to over 60% chance. And they say that only in the third marriage does it actually come down below 50%. But is the only answer to a bad marriage divorce? Now, there was a day when the Pharisees wanted to know, they asked this question. They said, they're asking Jesus this. They said, well, why did Moses command to give a bill of divorcement and to put her away? They wanted to know, why all this divorce? Why did Moses say that you could divorce your wife and give her a bill of divorcement? They were asking Jesus this question. And probably what they wanted to know is, well, why? Why all the divorce? Why do so many relationships break up? And this is what Jesus' answer, what his answer was. Let's take a look at this. In Matthew 19 and verse 8, he said to them, Moses, for your hardness of heart, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning, it has not been so. In other words, from the beginning, it was not so. From the beginning, God's original intent was one man, one woman, for life, forever, until death separated them. That was God's original intent. His intent was not to divorce. But he says something very strange. He said, because of the hardness of your heart, you know, Moses allowed you to put away your wives. Well, you can't take that correction that comes from your mate. And what is this hardness of the heart? Surely that couldn't be surely that's not talking to you, is it? You wouldn't have a hard heart, would you? Why, no, not me, never. You see, this is what I believe. I believe that all of us have a blind side. And that the reason God connects people together is to reveal each other's blind side. You see, a blind side, the reason they call it a blind side is because you don't see it. And you will go to your grave not seeing it. And in order to see the blind side, God connects, through the wow factor, connects two people together, husband and wife. It's what I call marriage dynamics. The word dynamics means the forces that tend to produce change in any situation or sphere of existence. You see, marriage changes people. You know that? Now, I used to believe something that I no longer believe. There was an idea that, well, you know, you should never marry a person expecting to change that person. You know, you got this bum, he'll always be a bum. You got this sorry, you know, he won't work and he'll never work. But I disagree with that now, because I believe that the very purpose from God's perspective is to change people. That's why God connects two people together, husband and wife, is to get them to see each other's blind side and to change them. Marriage changes people. It's supposed to. Yeah, it's supposed to. You see, I am a much better person because I am married than if I were single. If I were single by now, I would probably have made a complete fool of myself. I would probably be in prison or something. But because I am married, I am a much better person than I would be if I were single, provided that you humbly listen and accept correction that comes from your mate. You know, you ever heard this one? I just want somebody to love me just the way I am. Oh dear. I just want somebody to love me just the way. You know, that was a religious song. Just as I am, without one plea. Well, yeah, I understand. We come to God just as we are. We have no choice over that. But don't you kid yourself and thinking that you're going to stay just the way you are. It's called conversion. When's the last time you heard that word? Conversion in church. Conversion. Conversion is not about staying just the way you are. It's about change. And I think of this pitiful statement, I just want somebody to love me just the way I am. And what is it saying? It's saying, I am not willing to change a thing about me. It will be a cold day in hell when I do change anything about me. The statement, I want somebody just to love me the way I am, is an acknowledgement of the hardness of the heart. That's what it is. It's saying, I'm not willing to change. I'm not going to change. And what do people do? Well, they get something called a divorce when that occurs.
Is that really in the Bible? What you think is in the Bible is not.